Hey guys, so I've been awake since 3 a.m., which is very rare for me, and I gave up at like 4 a.m. and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna journal, but not just one page. My voice is still croaky, but gonna channel through writing with the Syrians, and it was very helpful, and I feel called to share it with people. I feel like it's for people that are experiencing this um, very big expansion. That's what I'm experiencing. It's like this big expansion and remembrance, like a repeated cycle of awakening that may have happened like a decade ago. And with this next level of awakening, there comes this challenge of like the next step or practicalities, like where to go or like what actions to take to match this like knowing of what's yours, like where you're headed. And so I basically journaled through questions and answer, and I'm just going to read it. Okay. Hope it helps where you're at, because it's kind of like a time that's hard to put into words. I find that sometimes words are so limited. Okay. Dear Syrian family of light, I'm feeling a big contrast of what I know is meant for me and what is next, what steps to take. So the Syrians answered, you are in an unfolding process, an unwrapping. Enjoy the unwrapping because it is here for you to enjoy the unfolding. If you rush it, you will just be in the gift of things you want to be in. Oh, the gift of things you want. But, sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding my handwriting, but you want to be in the enjoyment of the process because this is how the gift you know is meant for you reveals. It's a frequency gift from the inside out rather than the outside in. So when you reach the place where the outside matches the inside, you will be one with it without fear or control. This aspect is a part of the gift. So trust you are already enjoying the unwrapping process so you can be exquisitely, undoubtedly with it fully. So there are two other questions I asked, but I kind of want to describe how this digested for me when it came out through writing, is that I feel like there's this gift, right? We have this gift. We know, like, we're at this point where we know where we're headed. We know what we are. We know what we're capable of. And we want to, like, get to the gift, right? But if we want to get to the gift and rush it, that frequency doesn't match the actual gift. So in order to actually receive the gift, it's like tuning into that frequency. And tuning into that frequency, we got to enjoy unwrapping the gift. And so if we see it in this way and we know the value of enjoying unwrapping the gift, we can enjoy the layers. And through trusting that we know how to enjoy the layers of the unwrapping, that frequency will bring us into the state of the gift where the outside matches the inside. And that would be free of control and free of fear because we know we're one with it. But if we rush this unwrapping, or like, not this, not this, not this, then there'll be a frequency distortion and we'll be in the energy of control and attachment to something. And that frequency doesn't match the gift, if that makes sense. So this was a big aha for me. And so here's the next layer of the question. It's a little embarrassing because it's personal, but are my obsessive thoughts about my dream towards this fantasy, because I could feel that dream timeline, that fantasy, the higher octave, is this dream something that needs to die or a knowing of what's coming, right? So sometimes I just want to explain like why I asked that question. It's like I could feel the timeline. I could feel that version of me. It's like coming into my body, and it like feels so big and like such a high frequency, and it can even feel like it's clashing with my current timeline. Is that like a part of me wanted to know, like, is this just another die off? Is it another ego death? Like, okay, if it's that, I'll just let it die off. Or is it something that's actually coming that I'm tuning into? Because I have had that where I just know something's coming and then it takes time to experience it. So the Syrians said, it is both your attachment, it is both, okay? Your attachment to it needs to die. Within the detachment is where it will be found. Kind of sounds like a riddle, but I'll continue. It will be, you can relax into the knowing of what is here for you. Oh, what is here for you will be for you. And the rest that doesn't match will die. It will die anyway. There is no need to be attached to the death either. There is no running toward or running away. Within this, you will receive wholeness and interconnectivity. So trust that you are doing it right, even when you think you aren't. This will provide the ease and trust you require to merge with the dreamlike reality. Craving it is healthy. See it as a frequency. So again, like the languaging sometimes comes out like cold, so I want to help digest it, is that this contemplation of like, is this another dream fantasy that is just going to die and lead to disappointment? If so, I'll just rush that, right? This internal battle, or is it like actually a higher timeline? And if it is that's coming, then what do I do? And so I feel what they're saying here is it is both, because the attachment to it dying even needs to die. And knowing that we're doing it right, even if our mind thinks we're not doing it right, will allow that dreamlike reality to settle in. Because again, the sun is coming up. That's beautiful. Because it's that frequency match again, right? So I found that interesting, because I didn't realize there was a part of me that was trying to rush even the death process. Like the attachment to it, being detached from it, was an attachment. Okay, one more. Oh, there are two more, but we'll see. How do I know when and where to go next? So, yeah, it's been interesting. I just want to share is that this process of awakening and ascension has been interesting with time and space. Time has been bending, stretching, lengthening, shortening. Like a year will feel like a blink of an eye, and then a day will feel like years. And space is also very interesting, because I do feel, and I'm wondering if more people are experiencing this, is I feel like wherever I go, like I'm meant to be, but I've been moving around a lot. And I'm like, am I doing grid work? And it does feel like I'm doing grid work with a different lens. But I wasn't brought up learning about grid work or thinking that it's okay to move around so much. And it's been a little unsettling, like being called to different places, and it's like this inside journey with space, with Earth. So there's this time that I know is coming, and I'm sharing my journey because if you are experiencing something like this, I feel like there's something in us sharing our journey that can create relief, knowing that you're not alone and that you're not crazy. So the answer was, from the Syrians, you know this already. Work with what is working. One step at a time, one aligned step at a time, and you will receive the next step when it's time to take it. It's okay for you to be eager. This is your fire of desire. What is meant for you will arrive at the perfect time. All you need is the next step, which you always have when it's time to take it. Therefore, you have everything you need. So, again, I want to help digest this, is that for me, I've always been, and I'm sure for you, if you're watching this, is we could see future visions, and this knowing what I need to do to get to that future vision could feel like a rubber band stretching and almost ripping. And because we're in this frequency way of navigating from heart, not mind, the mind wants to jump ahead 10 years with the vision, is that with the heart, when we navigate from the heart, it's one step at a time, one aligned action at a time. We always know what that next step is, whether that's now it's time to take a walk, now it's time to record a video, like now it's time to journal. Like it's just one, I didn't know I'd be recording a video. I knew it was time to journal. Like, and then it's like one step at a time is always there. And if we know it's one step at a time, that step is always accessible. And so knowing this again and again, it's been years of practice for me to trust the one step at a time. But every time I like just surrender into it, things always unfold way more rhythmically and harmoniously. And it takes that trust, because I do feel we were brought up in a system of like, who are you going to be when you grow up? And what's the vision in 10 years from now? The goals, like this is very different. I guess this is like a more, whether you're a man, woman, they, he, she, it's a rhythmic process. It's embracing our own internal feminine of moving with Earth, as the planet, in harmony together. So this one step at a time, the old system can feel like it's laziness or confusion, and we can suffer from those judgments of ourselves, of what we were brought up to believe success or clarity is. But knowing the value in one step at a time gives us not only more relaxation and ease and trust and connectivity, but it also gives us that ground, that rootedness in our own self-trust and trust in the universe, and that deep sense that we do have everything we need for that next step. So the last question that I'll read is, okay, this is also a little vulnerable, but what about money and my purpose? Why is it so confusing and challenging? And I want to say it's not like consistently like that. There are moments when there's clarity in my heart and I'm like, oh my God, everything is fine. But then it feels like this unlinear journey of just unlinear. It like doesn't make sense to my mind. And so it could feel like a struggle, especially as everything is shifting so much and time is speeding up and the earth is changing and humanity is changing. It's like a lot. So you're not alone in that either. So what the Syrians are saying is because you're comparing and seeing yourself through the eyes of others, once you let these fall because of how painful it is, you will share more and receive more. What you have been experiencing is a birth contraction, allow yourself to be safe within this. It's okay if you even feel the subtle layers of time slowing down and highlighting where you judge, and compare. As it gets highlighted to be seen, the pain may amplify as what needs to be shed reveals its head. As it falls out of you and you witness it, within the sharing, more space is created to receive. So you can trust that you can share yourself without attachment, and the layers will shed as your vessel softens and, oh my God, and I can't read my own handwriting, and cracks you open. You'll be able to receive more, so it as in a direct, so it's an indirect, direct energetic process. It's indirect to the mind, but direct energetically. And so I'll just help digest this with you and then we'll close. But it's like, I feel like with this higher timeline vision, it's like, oh, I'm only going to take aligned actions, but the actual process is sharing. Like even my process on YouTube, the reason I don't take any videos down is because I feel like the process of my shedding is important, like to be witnessed and to just share and share. So if others go through this process of like needing to share in order to let go, in order to express, it's like the more we share and express, even if it doesn't hit home directly, it's creating space rather than holding and fantasizing. I think it's really important to express these parts of ourselves, the imperfect, the ones that didn't hit, the failures. We're multidimensional beings. And so in order to embrace our multidimensional nature in this multidimensional planet, multidimensional meaning it's not just one thing, it's not just a linear A, B, C, D, Z, it's a multifaceted diamond. And in order to really experience the planet as this multidimensional playground where we could go into that in a different video maybe about what multidimensionality is, but in order to embrace this, we need to, through sharing and expressing, we get to shed this energy. And this process of sharing and expressing is healing because it gives permission, like, oh my God, I'm safe. Okay, I shared that. I created that. What's next? And then it's soften it, like there's a softening in it and a receiving in it of I gave what I have and now I'm ready to receive that energetic frequency back from the universe, and we get to tap into that harmony of our exhaling and inhaling, our sharing and receiving. And so if we try to control the share, it's like it turns into that, right? Because we feel this higher potential timeline and we're like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to that higher potential time and only align my actions with that. It doesn't work like that. It's so what they're saying is I really love. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. That's indirect to the mind, but energetically it's direct. It makes sense, right? It's like a direct correlation. Sharing, receiving, sharing, receiving, sharing more, receiving. And so this whole like societal programming, cultural programming around success being this controlled, monitored thing, that has to be shed as well, right? And through shedding that is through sharing. And so, yeah, I feel like also just the aspect of that feeling the density or like feeling the contraction more, it's because you're like letting go of that. You're sharing it, you're shedding it, and it's being let go of as it's being cleared out. And so that's it for now. That was a very unique experience for me, and I hope it brought you some ease, relief, clarity. And yeah, if you want to connect, I really felt called to like offer like coupon codes for one-on-one sessions this month till June, my birthday, because I just really love working with people, and I don't talk about the sessions much online or share them. I don't know why. It's usually through a lot of word of mouth, but I do feel called to share that the one-on-one sessions go pretty deep. They're theta healing based, so we go into a different brainwave frequency, and then creation guides us of how to rewrite certain programs in your subconscious, contracts, vows. Sometimes we travel into different lifetimes, and sometimes we bring back soul fragments. Sometimes there are contracts we're not even aware that we're connected to, and we get to break those contracts and rewrite new ones, and it's all through Theta Brainwave state. So it's not me in control of it. We go into this other kind of co-creative state where we're guided by creation. And it's very adventurous. It's like literally flying through time, space, together, and to create more space for you to come through, your unique soul signature. I could talk more about what sessions are like, but what I love about them is it feels like a ceremony. It always feels precisely divinely orchestrated, and it goes deep and it integrates pretty rapidly. So if you're ready for that kind of shedding rebirth process, there are two types of sessions available. There's like a 2 hour, and then there is a 1 hour. So you can see details in the description box below in my Linktree link, and I'll also write down the special coupon codes for this month till my birthday, which is June 2nd. So sending you so much love, and really, like, it's so healing to express, right? If I were to think about what people might think about all the types of content I'm sharing, I would go crazy, and I do go crazy sometimes, but there's something very, very healing about creating and taking action, and it is softening, and I do feel that through our sharing and being witnessed, I do feel like I'm hiding less, like we can feel like we're hiding less, like we can be more ourselves, and without this defined label or product that we are. And so, yeah, if this resonated, let me know.